Hello everyone. In my previous vlog, I talked about Kula Kundalini, Radhika Shakti, and those of you who have watched my vlog, I'm sure you must have learned something out of that. So, and I told you that in my next upcoming vlog, I'll talk about chakra, what are chakras and how they function. So before discussing that, I want to tell you that the world is moving rapidly, and a lot of development is going on. See, this world has been moving rapidly from physicality to intellectuality, and Shri Anandamurti ji says that a day is sure to come when this intellectuality will be transformed into spirituality. And he also said that just as the intellectual age is fast approaching, the spiritual age will also come in the very near future. So there are basically three types of beings. The first are physical beings, second are psychic beings, and third are spiritual beings. These physical beings, are those beings which remains indifferent. For example, suppose you see a dog passing by your side, and you call that dog by an abusive name, so it won't respond or react because it doesn't understand what you're talking about and what you're saying to the dog. So it remains indifferent. So these kind of beings are known as physical beings. So you can say all kind of plant kingdom, animal kingdom are included in this. And the second types are psychic beings, such as we human beings. Suppose if somebody tries to insult us, we reciprocate, we respond to stimuli, we get angry, and we may even start weeping, or in extreme condition we may commit suicide because we cannot bear the pressure of that shame, insult, ego, or whatever. And the third kind of beings are spiritual beings. These are those beings who are highly elated in their spiritual sphere. So Shri Anandamurti ji says that a time will come when there will also be many spiritual beings on this earth, and that time is sure to come very soon. It is very important to tell that we cannot become spiritual beings unless or until we practice something sadhana or spiritual practices. And and in spiritual practices, the role of chakras, which are also known as plexi, is immense. So whenever we are on the path of spiritual journey, chakras plays a great role in our body, and these chakras are located in spinal cord at various places. So the most important aspect of spiritual practice is chakra shodhan, which is known as you can say chakra shodhan means purification of those plexis, those chakras, and chakra niyantran means to control your plexis, your chakras. So niyantran means control. So this means the purification and control of the chakras. Now let's understand what is the meaning of chakra. ये चक्रा क्या है और ये कहाँ स्थित हैं? Where are they located? So chakras are basically the collection of glands and subglands. Glands are granthis in Hindi, and the location of these glands and subglands are different from animal to animal. And in humans, these chakras are situated at the intersecting point of Ida Nadi, Sushmna Nadi, and Pingla Nadi. Means these are psycho-spiritual channels. And in the human mind, various thoughts are constantly emerging and dissolving. So behind these psychic phenomena are the underlying vritis. Vritis means propensities, which are primarily related to the inborn sanskaras. So these sanskaras are basically the mental reactive momenta of human beings. Propensities means vritis. Propensities are formed according to one's inherent sanskaras, and the expression and control of these propensities are dependent upon various chakras. Basically, there are 50 main propensities. Propensities means vritti. So there are 50 vrittis, or you can say 50 propensities in of human mind, and these are expressed either internally or externally through the vibrational expression of these chakras. And these vibrations cause hormones to be secreted from the glands, and the natural or unnatural expression of the propensities depends upon the degree of normal or abnormal secretion of the hormones. So sometimes there are over secretion and under secretion. So when these propensities can be expressed, we say that the human mind is alive. And because this mind exists as long as the propensities are there. जब तक हमारे शरीर में ये propensities, ये वृत्तियाँ हैं, तब तक we can say that this human life is in existence. एक बार ये propensities ख़त्म होगी तो we are nowhere. So when the propensities are destroyed, however, the human mind loses its existence. So it's important to remember here that chakras plays a very important role in our mind, in our body. So these plexes in human bodies are, first is Muladhara chakra, second is Swadhisthana chakra, third is Manipur chakra, fourth is Anahat chakra, fifth is Vishuddha chakra, and sixth is Agyan chakra. Muladhara chakra is also known as terranean plexus. Swadhisthana chakra is known as fluidal plexus. Manipur chakra is known as igneous plexus. Anahat chakra is known as solar plexus. Vishuddha chakra is known as sidereal plexus, and Agyan chakra is known as lunar plexus. So they are, according to the mandalas, means they're circles. They have particular circle, and this Muladhara chakra is in Bhauma mandal, and Swadhisthana chakra is in Taral mandal, and Manipur chakra is in Agni mandal. Anahat chakra is in Saur mandala, and Vishuddha chakra is in Nakshatra mandala, and Agyan chakra is in Shashi mandala or Chandra mandala. So these mandalas, this mandala is a Sanskrit word which means circle. The thyroid gland is called Brahaspati Granthi in Sanskrit, and the Latin equivalent for Brahaspati is Jupiter, and hormone is Granthi Rasa in Sanskrit, and parathyroid gland is Brahaspati. It's there's a very important role of pituitary gland. This is your Upagranthi. This pituitary gland is Upagranthi and is Maha Yogini Granthi, and the pineal gland is located in Sahasra Granthi. So the chakras contain within their folds a number of glands and subglands, the seats of different propensities, each with an acoustic root. In the terranean plexus, or you can say Muladhara chakra, which is the lowest chakra, and it is located on the last point of the spinal cord. That is their location. That is its location. So this chakra controls dharma, arth, kam, moksha. Dharma means psycho-spiritual longing, and arth is psychic longing. Kam means physical longing, and moksha means spiritual longing. And the second one is the fluidal plexus or Swadhisthana chakra. It is 2 fingers below the navel and located in spinal cord. So you can presume like 2 fingers below the navel and the spinal cord. This is Swadhisthana chakra, and the propensities lies over there, and which controls particular vrittis or propensities are these are avigyan, which is like belittlement of others. Second is muricha, which is psychic stupor or lack of common sense. And third is prasharya, indulgence. And fourth vritti is avishwasa, that is lack of confidence. And next is sarvanasha, that is thought of sure annihilation. And the last one is krurta, means cruelty. So these are the propensities which is controlled by swadhishtan chakra. Next comes the Manipur chakra, also known as igneous plexus. The propensities, there are particular propensities which is controlled by this Manipur chakra, and the location of this Manipur chakra is above, 2 fingers above navel in the spinal cord, right? So the propensities it controls are lajja, pishunta. Sorry, let me explain you again. Lajja means shyness or shame, and second one is pishunata, means sadistic tendency. Irsha means envy. Susupati means staticity or sleepiness. Next is Vishada, that is melancholia, and next is Kisaya, peevishness. So next one is Trishna, means yearning for acquisition. Next is Moh, that is infatuation. Next is Grina, which means hatred or revulsion. And the last one is Bhaya, that is fear. So let's first understand that there are 4 kinds of vrittis or propensities in Muladhara chakra, 6 types of propensities or vrittis in Swadhisthana chakra, and 10 types of vrittis or propensities in Manipur chakra. Well, I want to tell something important about this Manipur chakra over here. In this igneous plexus, or you can say Manipura chakra, there is a maximum accumulation of heat, and it is the shelter of heat and is also known as Gyan Shaya in Sanskrit. So it is also known as that Mahashaya, which means the shelter of the greatness, because it is the center of the body. The igneous plexus or Agni Mandala contains within its folds the 10 glands and subglands of the Manipur chakra, and the area of the mandala is greater than that of the chakra. Mean to say, the size of the chakra, which is invisible, these all chakras, they don't have any physical appearance, but they do exist inside our spinal cord with particular shape and particular color. So this chakra is little bit smaller than its area. Its area means its circle. Mandala is quite bigger than its chakra. As we all know that when a person dies and is cremated, often the navel does not get fully burnt. Which is why it is a common practice in India for people to throw the remains of a dead body into a river, and the burning point of the navel is higher than the temperature generated by an ordinary funeral pyre, and the navel will only be completely destroyed if the body is allowed to burn for a long time and is cremated with an enormous heat. So this is the importance of Manipur chakra. So next comes the Anahat chakra or solar plexus. It has 12 vrittis or propensities. They are Asha, hope, and Chinta, worry, Sista, effort, Mamta, mindness and love, Dambha, vanity, Viveka, consciousness or discrimination, Vikalita, mental numbness due to fear, and Ankar, ego, Lolata, avarice, and Kapatta, it's hypocrisy. Vitark means argumentativeness to point of wild aggression, and Anupta means repentance. This Anah chakra has also great importance. It is contained within the Saur Mandal and is connected with the respiratory system. So when one suffers from hopelessness, or one may even feel a pain in the chest, so this is the solar plexus and not any other part of the body. These celestial bodies are glittering objects in the sky, and stars, nakshatras, planets, satellites, meteors, comets, nebulae, and galaxies, they all are celestial bodies. And nakshatras are also stars with distance of many light years from our solar system. Naksha means to twinkle, and that which helps us with its twinkling potentiality is called nakshatra. So it is said that nakshatras influence the solar plexus of the human body rather of all other bodies. See, the original light from stars, the reflected and refracted lights from planets, satellites, and meteors, and the light from galaxies and nebula reflect on all the glands and subglands of our body, and especially on Anahat chakra. The reflecting plate of the Anahat chakra is a bit bigger than the Anahat chakra itself, which I'm talking about mandala. So that bigger area containing the Anahat chakra is called the solar plexus, the plexus of Apollo, the Saur mandala. So next chakra is Vishuddha chakra, and that is the sidereal plexus, and its location is from below the left ear to the lower point of the right ear. So here this sidereal plexus or Vishuddha chakra is located, and it has 16 vritis or propensities, and these are Sadja, sound of peacock; Reshabha, sound of bull or ox; Gandhara, that is sound of goat; Madhyama, sound of deer; Panchama, sound of cuckoo; Devata, sound of donkey; Nishad, sound of elephant. And next is very important, that is your Om, that is an acoustic root of creation, preservation, and dissolution. So this vriti is also in the Vishuddha chakra, and which we like to say Om, we say this is the sound of acoustic Kula Kundalini. And next is Fahat, that is practication, means putting the theory into practice. Next is Vasat, expression of mundane knowledge. Next is Vasat, welfare in the subtler sphere. Swaha, performing noble actions. Nama, surrender to the supreme. Visha, repulsive expression. And Amrita, sweet expression. So these 16 propensities or plexis, these vritis, these are controlled by Vishuddha chakra. Well, it is said, it is told by Shri Shri Anand Murtiji that, Anand Murtiji, that there are so many celestial bodies, and they all have direct contact with the glands and subglands in human body by throwing out reflected or refracted light. But the maximum influence on animate and inanimate objects comes from the sun, which is the nearest and biggest star on this earth or to this earth. The sun influence, according to the ancient yogis and tantric, those who practice spiritual meditation, is generally via the 18 light waves which influence the sidereal and lunar plexi, and that is the 7 colors of spectrum, that is Vibgyor, short name like violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red, plus the ultraviolet and infrared. They all have an internal and external influence. So these 7 colors plus these 2 kinds of lights, ultraviolet plus and infrared, the total becomes 9. So this 9 plus 9 is equal to 18. Out of these 18, 2 light waves do not come directly from the sun, but it comes from moon, and 16 come directly from the sun, and each light has its own acoustic root. So it's very interesting to know that wherever there is any entity, any movement, any functional activity, so there is a sound, and that sound is called the acoustic root. Basically, acoustic root means sound. So each and every expression has got its acoustic root, and this acoustic root or sound for all celestial bodies is sound Ha. Ha is the acoustic root for eternal space. The controlling sound is ha. And the influence of these light waves on the navel and below is ksha, the last letter of the Sanskrit alphabet. So, the controlling sound of this Vishuddha chakra is ha, and there are around 16 subglands surrounding the Vishuddha chakra. And next comes the Agya chakra, which is also known as lunar plexus. It has two propensities, or one is like apar and par. Apara means mundane knowledge, and which we accumulate and learn in day-to-day basis, in our mundane activities. And para means spiritual knowledge. And its location is the location of this Agya chakra is between the two end points of the eyes, and this area of it is the area of this lunar plexus. There is one interesting thing to learn, that the collective influence in the upper portion of the human body and the lower portion below the navel is affected by the reflected light of the moon. And the right side of the lunar plexus from the viewpoint of the spiritual aspirant. So all the planets, meteors, stars, etc., all of them, all of the solar system, in fact, not only of our solar system, it affect the individual by their direct reflected and refracted light. So it is beyond the capacity of astrology or astronomy to calculate this effect on the individual. And astrology only deals with the planets of our solar system and their effects on the glands and subglands. But this theory relates to all the effects of all the celestial bodies on the human glands and subglands, not only the celestial bodies of the solar system, but all other existing solar systems. There is not only one solar system, there are many solar systems. Stars, planets, satellites, meteorites, nebulae, and galaxies. So, this theory is beyond the scope of astrology and astronomy. And so, therefore, this astrology and astronomy consider only a bit of the effect of the planets on fate, fortune, etc. But this theory considers the effect not only of the direct rays, but also the indirect reflected and refracted rays on the glands and subglands. So therefore it is said that it's quite impossible for astrology and astronomy to calculate all these effects on the glands and subglands. So this is completely a new science, and which is given by Shri Anand Murthy ji. He was not only a great spiritual leader, he was a great philosopher too. Well, everything is being explained in this vlog, and this vlog was quite big. I hope you must have liked the vlog very much, only if you had understood it nicely. So to understand these chakras, their system, so you can watch this video time and again to understand the new science of these chakras. And that's it for today. Thank you very much.